of season of a child comes, that's the time the child begins to look out for meaning. He now knows that even though his eyes are opened, his eyes is still shut. He begins to see that those that were raised by more wealthier people, the way they see flaws his own sight. You experience everything I'm saying. When you go to a place where people are educated, you understand, and you speak. The first time I joined the primary school, I didn't go to school for a while, like 2 classes. My parents had some issues at work, so we were doing self-education at home, and I loved the idea. My mom used to have a bookshop. My dad used to work with Macmillan as their chief accountant long time back, before 1997. So that was when he had this problem, and since then we didn't recover. So if I teach you things, listen. So we couldn't go to school anymore. But you know, my mom's bookshop was quite large, so there were Macmillan books. So we were learning at home. We had all the textbook. So when, at the point my mom worked in a school, I won't say so much of details so that you don't know my family in 2 minutes. I hope you understand. But because of my mom's influence in the school, we could go back to school. Do you understand that kind of stuff? So I was going to join school back, and then the school used to do 4 reading 4, 5 reading 5, 6 reading 6. So that was the first delay I had. Instead of 4 reading book 5. So it's as if I've read the book ahead because I was coming. So when they gave me the book to read, I was almost reading it offhand. The English book is the one where the man owed 2 chicken. I can't remember, Basi or something, head date, you know. They read the book, the man, the one I say, wow. So, you know, it was so wow. But when I got to class, I had an experience. And when I was in class that day, you know, the teacher asked this question, and you know, people don't used to answer. So I just came now. I put up my hand now, and I said the answer. He started insulting the class. Don't be like them. When I left, somebody came and said, who are you? You know, that kind of... So I now said the grammar I'll never forget till I die. I said to the person, I say, he's peppering you. You know, I wanted to say, won't I? Till I left primary school, they used to call me peppering. I cried. You know why I used to use funny example? I want you to know that these things we teach in church, if you find a real pastor God sent to you, you are expressing it every day. If we leave it in the priesthood thing, Oman deep go, applicable. So if I say morning season now, you start doing, but you don't even know that it's because of morning season you are here, because your father paid school fee. That's why you had WAEC O level. If you had begun life, you may not have school start. So you are leaning on the strength of your parents, and that's why even if they didn't have enough money, you couldn't go to school. Do you understand? Every man's morning season is a learning phase, and we learn rubbish too. Even though it's an age-long rubbish, and we have loyalty because of the grayness of that longness of that rubbish. But the time people need strength in their life, it's not first that there's a battle or something. Once you enter